This is my theme song. That's how you sing when you're feminine. Hey, oh, hey, let's do some AngelLoader stuff. It's super boring today, so let's get to it. Okay, don't mind this, not using it. Yeah, so, okay. AngelLoader. This looks a bit different to me. There we go. Different. I don't like differentness. So basically, I took a little sabbatical, or to be less religious, a extremely religious pilgrimage. Now, from this to finish a song that I was working on, I'll link it in the description. Please listen and enjoy it, or I'm going to be really cross. Now, yeah, the context switch is kind of huge to switch between coding and music. Music is not mathematical. Don't listen to anyone who tells you it is. They're wrong and dumb. So, the two really boring things today that I've been kind of working on are importing and linguistics, localization, translation. I guess not really localization. I mean, we're not like changing Japan to America up in here, but yes, the language stuff is not too difficult. I've just kind of like been slowly doing it. Not actually translating, of course, but like putting the capability in. Because, you know, the interface, these buttons here, you might think that I just manually sized these, and I used to manually size these, but these are actually auto-sized now. So, because I'm trying to make it so that all the text on the interface will kind of grow and shrink its element to accommodate the text, which a lot of them already do by default, but some of them don't. These buttons, for example. Yeah, you can say auto-size, but then it will auto-size vertically as well, so you have to kind of do it semi-manually to do this. But anyways, I'll show that in a minute. So language stuff, I've been kind of going through the interface and making sure that everything will look good with different length strings for the language stuff. Now, importing, I've been really... the UI has been holding me up again. Like, how should I have the UI for importing for 3 different programs here? You know what I'm saying? Well, yeah, so I went through a whole bunch of ideas before doing anything really, and I eventually just decided I'm just going to do some simple windows to start with and just get it done, and then we'll see what happens. So, importing from AngelLoader. Now, unfortunately, a lot of this research is not really seeable because it's the code, and I'm not showing you the code. The code will be shown in due time, don't you worry. Yeah, I've noted some stuff in the code, my notes about the format of darkloader.ini and new darkloader's format, and I haven't researched FMCell's ini format either, but since the source code's available, it shouldn't be too tough. But it's C++. Casey Muratori doesn't like it, so I'm just going to blindly agree with him without knowing anything or having ever used it. Anyways, so yes, making a lot of notes. So I've got importing FM data from darkloader.ini and importing saves. So, let's see here. If we've got Broken Triad, we got a couple of different versions of Broken Triad up in here, right? So, if we import the data from darkloader.ini, well, I'm going to import both of this at once, so I might as well kind of explain the save stuff first. Darkloader save files, save archives when it backs up your saves, very similar to FMCell and new darkloader save backups. Really the main difference is that whilst the FMCell and new darkloader save backups put their save files in a saves folder in the zip file, the darkloader ones do not. They just put them in the base folder. That's the main difference. Also, the naming format of the files is slightly different, but that's totally inconsequential. So... and also, you can't have screenshots or anything else in the darkloader thing. It's just saves. So, but anyways, that's the main difference. So I'm thinking, well, okay, I could convert them. I could go through every one of possibly hundreds or over 1,000 if you've really played every single FM. Save backup zips, extract them to a temp folder, stick the files into a saves folder, and then stick that saves folder back into a new zip file. And I tested that, and man, it is slow. Like, seriously slow. And it's way slower than it should be given what it's doing, which is really nothing that much at all. Now, you should be able to just modify whether the files are in a folder, like in a zip file on the fly, by just changing the file path name and then incrementing some number counters of string lengths or something, but I'm not sure about that, and I don't really want to mess with it. So a better idea I came up with was that it would just, when you import the darkloader saves, it simply just copies them wholesale to here's the backups folder, right? Like this is the specified backups folder in the settings window. And it copies the files wholesale. Well, I'll just show you. This is a really awkward thing. But anyways, yeah, I haven't got a progress window up yet. This is really just sort of preliminary, so you just kind of got to wait. But yeah, it's a handful of seconds, and about half of that time is actually unrelated to the save copying. It's me going into the archive folders and reading names because DarkLoader works in a funny way like that. So anyways, it copies them wholesale to this DarkLoader subfolder in the backup file. So you see how this name format for modern stuff is at .fmcell_back.zip. Now, FMCell and new DarkLoader both use exactly the same format and everything, so they're interchangeable. But here the format is actually just the archive name and then underscore saves.zip. So it just copies them straight to here, does not touch them at all, and it's super fast. Then, when you go to install... Oh, also I need to refresh this, I guess, yeah. I should have that happen automatically. That doesn't happen because I forgot. But yeah, this quote here is just a test, but it shows you that the title has been imported from DarkLoader, and also you can kind of see proof in here by taking the pre-save stuff and just kind of comparing it. This has been changed right now when I did the import, so you see the release dates are different. Whether they're more or less accurate, I don't know, but, you know, we're just importing data, so frickin' whatever. And at some point, there's like a comment equals that we've imported, I guess. Possibly. In theory, that would be the case. I guess it isn't. That's not supposed to happen. Anyways, hey, something went wrong. It's frickin' great. But it imports most of what it's supposed to, I guess. Oh, then this is test. Oh, it's because I'm searching in that file. Nothing went wrong. Yeah, these are test archives with wrong things in them, so never you mind that. Okay. Yes, it imported the comments and other stuff, but I mean, it didn't import most of the stuff because most of it's like not existent in my DarkLoader file, but if it was, it would. So yeah, there's your proof, and now you've got the save files in here. So when you go to install, what it does is it first looks in this folder to see if there's a matching archive for the mission that you're going to install. So if we go Mercury, 7 Shades of Mercury, this one here, if we go to install this, it will grab this archive here and it will extract these saves into the FM folder as usual, taking care to, know that it's a DarkLoader style save and, sort of put them in the right folder accordingly. So basically the extractor just handles the different format rather than converting them. So you just install. And this is really longer than 187 megs, should really take. I'll have to look into that. But anyway, you install, then it removes it from this folder and sticks it in the original folder. So you still got your backups. This is just like for safety in case you want to keep your backups. I don't feel right deleting them, so I just kind of move them, whatever. So it moves it out this folder, so next time it won't find it in this folder anymore, because when you go to uninstall it now, it will just back it right up to here. I guess that file was already there maybe or something. So that it'll back it up to the modern format, and then this will be the file that it uses thereafter, and you've still got your original archived here, but not in here. So like if you were to go through each of these ones and install them, and then they'd eventually all end up in here, and you'd have nice, tidy, modern saves there, and that's kind of how that works. So, yeah, that's kind of how that works. This is not the greatest video ever, but honestly, we're kind of into the boring stuff now, the boring, necessary stuff. So, wouldn't you know it, I completely forgot to show off the languages. I had to do a recompile because I don't have them non-hard-coded yet, but I have a test other language. It's very, 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 a very classy translation. As you can see, there's the other languages there. Very good translation there to French, and as you can see, everything's kind of resized. I don't have the settings window translated yet though, but nor in most of these other windows, to be perfectly honest. You got Thief Games there, and get your stuff there, and it's perfectly good stuff. Yes. And so yeah, absolutely great. So, dumb late night crap. And now for another lesson on being feminine. Put a ginormous space between your consonants. So you can say like a human ta. Bye.